morning. Good morning. It is D. Shap for this fine, terrific this Tuesday. We have Eric, my friend from the ACI in Cranston, Rhode Island. Happy Tuesday. How you doing today?
Good. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm doing
Yes.
good this morning. How's everybody doing out there?
Great. Can't complain. Just working hard and then on the weekends hardly working, but but even on the weekends when
I
I
know that's
but even on the weekends when I'm hardly working, it's like I'm still getting work done. But I showed the people yesterday on at the end of the show. I recorded a special nighttime thing. I actually you you said off here you could see from your cell you could see Swarovski, right?
yes. I can see Swarovski Crystal Company, and I can see there. See, there's an right across from Maximum Security. There's a street that runs in between Swarovski Crystal and another. It's like a little. It's like a street that comes out to Pontiac Avenue. So my cell faces that area right there where I can see the intersect. I can see that intersection right there, and I look right out the window all the time. It's like there's a crossing. There's a crosswalk right there, neon yellow sign. So I look at that and I can see cars going up and down. So I face Pontiac Ave.
So I got out of the thing the other night, the Reiki thing. I did a Reiki thing. I broadcasted yesterday on my show, on Monday's show, and so I went home late for dinner. My parents were at my house. My kids were at my house. I said, you know what? Let me just get off the exit. I says, let me just beep the horn. I don't know if you heard me beep the horn on the other night.
I did hear a horn, but by the time I turned around, the car was already gone. So I was like, I really did. I heard the horn because the windows, we have certain windows that are open. So as you ride by, you can hear, you can hear music sometimes, or you can hear people beeping. But I did hear a horn, and I wasn't sure. But by the time I rode by, I said, "What's that?" I said, "Was that Derek?"
Yes.
It might have been,
Yes, it was me. I was there for a good few minutes. I recorded out on my phone. I only had like 30 seconds to record out on my phone. So I don't know which window yours, but I saw a lot of windows. But I said one of this yours, So I showed the Swarovski thing, and I saw the lottery thing. So I parked right next to Swarovski building. Swarovski was on my right. I was on the street. So if I was on the street, how clearly can you see my car with the headlights?
If you see where Swarovski Crystal is, because it sits on the corner, right?
Yep.
As you look on the corner, and diagonally from there, you'll see the maximum security building, obviously, and then you will see the lottery place. And there's a lot, you'll see the Rhode Island Lottery complex. Right after that, right before that, my window is like not too far down on the right. So I'm diagonally from Swarovski Crystal. So I'm on that end of the prison. As you ride by, you see the entrance, right? You see like a little carriage house that's on top. After the passing of the carriage house, you'll see a bunch of state vans. You'll see some state cars.
Yes.
The parking lot.
The parking lot.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So my window is on the third floor, right in front of the state vans and the cars that are parked over there at the end of the parking lot, right before you get to the Rhode Island Lottery. Almost as like you're leaving. Yeah. So it's almost like as if you're leaving. You're passing the prison. It's right there. So I get to see that little. It's a bunch of windows, but from where I can see is I can see you at that from where that intersection a little bit down the road. Like if I stand up, I can look and see the Tasca dealership and the light down there. There's a light right there in front of Tasca dealership. I see cars there.
Sure.
And as you're coming up, so my visibility is better during the daytime, obviously, because at night when the light's on, you can't really see outside of the prison like that. Unless somebody rides by and flash their lights, then you can see.
So what time are you in your prison during the day? What time during the day are you in your prison usually?
All right, so right now all right. So I go in from 10:30, right? I go to lunch. I'm literally in my cell from 11:30 to 1 o'clock.
11:30 to 1 o'clock.
So 1 o'clock, I come back outside again, right? They call Jim, or you could go to the yard, or you could go to whatever programs you have at 1 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, we're outside. I'm in the back side of the building, so we're behind the wall. So we don't really get to see anything behind the wall.
Right.
Now, I'm in again from 3:30. Between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, we go eat. I'm in from 4:30 all the way till 6 o'clock again, guaranteed.
So 4:30 to 6 o'clock. That's the time I would probably go because you can see me during the light. You can see me waving. I'll be the nut waving with my phone recording and saying, "This is like I'm really gonna do the segment, okay? During the daytime time, I show people at nighttime what it looks like, okay? Through the camera, okay? So one of these days between 4:30 and 6, you said 4:30 and 6:30.
4:30 and 6. Yep, I'm inside.
4:30 and 6. Okay, I'm gonna beep the horn. Okay, I'm gonna wave. It was funny. I saw one of the security guards. I was at Dunkin' yesterday in Garden City yesterday. On my way home, getting some food for my son, and I was thinking about you because the security guards are there at Dunkin'. You know, they're always at Dunkin'. Now the security guards can never get the prisoners anything from Dunkin', can they?
Well, if you ask any of them if they work in maximum security, I could put $1,000 on it. They all know me, you know. So it's not, you know, because I've been here for so long and it's so small of a building. It's not really a big. There's only 300 inmates in here. So
but could they get you anything from Dunkin'? Like if you requested anything from Dunkin' Donuts, can the security guards get you anything from Dunkin' Donuts?
Absolutely not. Maybe about 30 years ago it used to be like that. Now it's not like that anymore.
Really? So tell me about that. 30 years ago, you can ask the security guard to get you something from Dunkin' or from McDonald's, right?
Well, it wasn't 100% legit, but you know, back then the officers were more susceptible to bringing things in for the inmates. It was just a different type of environment then, because you know they used to make a little extra money on the side. You tell them, but now they paid them so much money, and you know there's been a lot of crackdown on corruption of cops bringing contraband in and stuff like that. So they're not allowed to bring you in that type of stuff because they don't want any officer showing favoritism to a certain particular prisoner. And, you know, it's just the dynamics. Now it's, you know, for so long it was officers were more susceptible to get along and respect the prisoner, but now they created this environment over the last like 25 years. Within the last like 30 years, they created this environment that officers are supposed to hate the inmates. Like it's like if another officer in here was to ever give me anything that's not out of the norm, for one, he'll probably be disciplined for it. But they call him an inmate lover. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And like all the other officers will ostracize him as an inmate lover and stuff like that. Even if they do something that's not even so much illegal, but even if they do something for you, you know, or try to stick up for the inmate, you know, stick up for you, they got this thing like it's like they get ostracized as being inmate lovers. And you know, like that could be a terrible. It's almost like workplace bullying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it could be like it's not a good thing when you're working in an environment where guys because their thing is that they've been trained to hate us. You know what I mean? It's like it's us against type of mentality, which is, you know, there's no violence in here really. Like people think because I'm in maximum security, like this place is violent. People are getting stabbed. People are getting killed. People are getting beat up. I told you this before. This is a safe environment, you know.
Right.
In this prison, they made it to the point where they integrated everybody so much. You got sex offenders running around here,
right,
without nothing happening to them. You got guys that molest children. You know what I'm saying? It's scum of the earth. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
But
anybody can't.
But I assume that if a sex offender walks in at first, right, or a rapist, they get beat up just for the initiation, especially them because.
Well, that's how it used to be, but because now the officers protect them so much, now you know, like guys don't want to get charged because now you touch them, they automatically charge you. They put you in solitary confinement for a long period of time. Like, and then the guys are looking at it like, well, I'm trying to go home. Is that really worth it? You know what I mean? Like, so it's the mentality has changed. Like, I don't interact with them like me. Like, and it's. I just hope they rehabilitate because I can't have in the business that I'm in as far as trying to push for criminal justice reform and prison reform to really give people true rehabilitation. I can't really have a biased outlook towards them. I just so don't choose to, I hope they get the rehabilitation they need, and if whatever tools that I'm pushing for will benefit all of us as a whole. But me personally, I don't socialize with them.
Sure.
I don't sit down to eat with them because I just look at that as a crime of moral turpitude. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might look at my crime and say, well, you robbed somebody or you assaulted somebody. That's a crime of moral turpitude. But in this instance, these people that prey on little children and prey on women and kids, like the most innocent of our population, I just don't. They're not an acquired taste that I can take in. You know what I'm saying?
No, and not anybody can take them in. I don't think not too many people can take them in too. But question: do you think those people can be rehabilitated?
Well, some can, and then you got the ones in here that I've seen. This one guy in here, like he just can't help himself, and it's a sickness. And I'm really starting to realize that it's a sickness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it needs to be dealt with in another form. You know what I mean? It's not just rehabilitation. They really have a sickness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's a guy that I know that got out. He was here for rape. He got out, young kid. He's only probably 25, 28 around there. And he got out. There was a girl that was on a bus. He couldn't help himself but to grab her ass. Excuse my language, but he couldn't help himself but to grab her, touch her rear end while he was on the bus.
Wow.
And, he came back, and then since he's been back here, he has been caught multiple times masturbating to the female officers. Like, he can't help himself. It's a sickness. You know what I mean? It really is a sickness. So, in that instant, what do you do with a guy like that? In other states, they chemically castrate them. In states like Florida, they give them this chemical thing that allows them not to be aroused. It's called chemical castration. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, yeah. In other states, that's what they do. Or they have them civilly committed. In Rhode Island, they have a civil commitment thing where if you continue to be a sexual predator, they civilly commit you upon your release from prison. So that means you cannot normally walk around in society with everybody else. But, like I said, I don't shut the door on anybody being able to rehabilitate. I just don't think that sitting them in a prison as such as this, where we're all being warehoused, and there's really no true rehabilitation. How can a guy like that really get the help that he needs to be able to take those steps to move forward?
Exactly.
We gotta ask ourselves that, So if they're not giving a guy like me that doesn't have a sickness the proper rehabilitation, what do you think that a guy like that's gonna get? You know what I mean? He's not gonna get the proper rehabilitation. He's just running around here being warehoused. If he can't help himself, what therapy or what treatment is he really given that to the point where he can't help himself but to masturbate to female COs? Like, he calls them to his cell, he takes off his clothes and he stands in front of them and plays with himself. That's sickness. That's not somebody that's in their right head.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And he can't help himself. So he's running around here. They lock him up in segregation for a short period of time, or for a period of time he's in solitary confinement segregation. And then he's released back out into the population, and it's a repetitive cycle. But he's not actually getting his problems met or dealt with, So that's a question that we need to
address.
That needs to be asked on. Yeah, because this guy, like I tell him all the time, I don't mince no words. I tell him I wouldn't want you living in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a little girl. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife. I have, my wife, Rita has a daughter that's 12, so why would I want this? Think about it. Why would I want this guy, even though I'm a prisoner, this is coming from a prisoner, I wouldn't want this guy living next door to me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Why would I want this guy? Imagine having him on the next fence over. Would he be in the doorway, or would he be in a window somewhere in the attic of his apartment, his house, masturbating to my wife in the yard and my daughters playing? You know what I mean? Like, why would you want somebody? But his needs are not being met. So that's a problem that needs to be dealt with.
Yes. So, question for you. Here's another question: How many prisoners see a psychiatrist or psychologist in the prison?
Well, they have one in here, and it's not mandated. You have one in here. It's not mandated that they get see psychiatric help or something like that. It's not mandated. They got mandated classes for them in medium, and they have it now in this building. They have mandated classes before they get out there to take these classes and stuff like that. But some of them, if it's not mandated upon their release, they won't even go to the class. They don't care. You know what I mean? They'll sit here and they'll let their time run out, and they have to open the door and release them back into the society. You know.
But does it look good if someone sees them automatically? Does it look good on the record if someone automatically does it on their own and seeks help like that?
Yeah, well, there are some forms. There's limited ability of it's a limited amount of resources, but it is here. You know, they could seek it and they could get it, and if they do, then that's somebody that really wants to be cured. That's somebody that really understands they have a sickness and that needs to be addressed. But like I said, that majority of these guys, their sicknesses and their problems are not being addressed. You know, they'll be back into your neighborhood. They'll be back into society, and that's just basic reality. You know, it's just is reality. And what do we do? You know, as a society, what do you do with people like that? What do you
right.
have those types of sicknesses? You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
They can't help themselves. Like this guy literally can't help himself. You know what I mean? And it's like, and he tells you, he says it. He says, I can't help myself. Something comes over me, and I act on impulse. I act on these sexual impulses. So it's like, wow, all right.
But someone like in your statue, if you want to see somebody, psychiatrist or psychologist, how well does it help your case to see somebody just for mental anguish? You know, just to get your mindset better.
Well, it does help my case. You know, it does help my case. It just, you know, it shows that if I have a problem that I need to be addressed psychologically, then that's something I could do that will help my case, that could, you know, benefit me in the long run, and it shows initiative on my behalf, you know.
And how often do you see them? How often do you see them personally, yourself?
Well, I don't go to a psychiatrist. I spoke to one here a few years ago, but I don't really. I have some personal opinions about some of the people they have working in here.
Okay.
Because to me, some of them they're sycophants. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They really don't. They're not really here for you. They act like they're here for you, but they're really here. They have that. The thing that goes on in this place is that when these people come in here to work, some of them might have the best of intentions, but then they get indoctrinated into this police mentality that they have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying police mentality is a bad mentality to have, but then they take on this thing like, well, you know, are they really here to help, or they're just doing a job to make sure that they're doing the officers' bidding, and they're doing the captain's bidding, and they're coming in as like, they're smiling with one hand, like acting like they really want to help you, and then they're taking back some of the information that you're telling you, and they're running into the captain's office and telling him, well, this guy, blah, 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 and they're not really here to help you. And there's a guy that's here right now, I'm not really too fond of him. I seen him do a lot of snake stuff, so I don't engage with him. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a catch-22. It's a catch-22 sometimes, huh?
Yeah. So, you know, he comes by, he smiles, he acts like he's there for you, you know, and he's a sycophant, and I say it straight up. I'll tell him to his face, you know, because I call things for what it is, you know. I don't beat around the bush. I don't have to be rude or ignorant to tell somebody what I see is the truth, you know what I mean? And I could do it in a respectful way, but I just stay away from that. And
sure.
Even recently, I lost a cousin, and I was talking to you know, usually when you have 1 minute left, they send the chaplain up here to talk to you, somebody in your family, and they send a chaplain up here to let you know somebody in your family has passed away. There's really no resources as far as that here, like extensive resources for guys to grieve death of family members, to grieve, you know, those type of situations like that. And we really don't have those. We're very limited. Even Martha, the chaplain, she even expressed that to me and said that they got to do more. She's looking into seeing if they could do more to help guys deal with their grief and get more better counseling, grief counseling and stuff like that.
Sure.
Because those services are not available to us here.
So coming back Sunday, I'll be taping my show for Wednesday because I'm taping the show today on Friday for Tuesday. So call me Sunday, I think around, I'll confirm with Rika when to call me back on Sunday, okay?
All right, definitely.
All right.
I'll be looking forward to you. Let Rika know when you're going to arrive by right, too. I'll be looking for you. Okay. Go in there, Savorsky, and you know where Savorsky Crystal is, that corner. If you go in there, turn around, and come back.
All right, I'll do that. All right, there you go. D Shap of the Water, but my friend Eric from the prison. More to come. Entertainment news is next.